Hello, and welcome to the Diabetes Prevention and Nutrition Podcast, formerly known as the Talking Apron. I'm Ann Bernardin, a certified diabetes prevention coach and nutrition educator, a lifelong lover of everything that happens in the home kitchen, and I also live with type 1 diabetes, so I understand the dance between nutrition, blood sugar, and the real-life overwhelm that comes with living in our 60s. So each week, we are going to roll up our sleeves together, one part nutrition insight, one part meal planning, another part strategies to support blood sugar, and a big pinch of the realities of healthy aging. So whether you've just been landed a prediabetes diagnosis, or you're determined to dodge one, or you just want to cook with more purpose, this is your spot at my kitchen table. Are you ready to trade the overwhelm for confidence? Tie on that apron, if you can find it somewhere in those drawers, and let's get cooking. So today, we're talking about something pretty darn powerful. It's invisible, and it's surprisingly emotional, and that is your gut. This segment is about the emotional organ that you didn't even know you had. That's right. You've probably used phrases like, I had a gut feeling, or my stomach was in knots, or, if you've ever been anxious and maybe you had a speech or a performance to do and you had to make a run to the toilet first. Long before science understood it, our language hinted at something big, that our gut and our brain talk to each other constantly. And here's the exciting part. What you eat influences the conversation. Let me repeat that. What you eat influences the brain, the conversation between your gut and the brain. See, your gut affects your mood, your stress levels, your cravings, your energy, your emotional resistance, and yes, your blood sugar. And this is wonderful news because it means you hold controls right from your kitchen. So come out of that overwhelm and know you have some control over this. So sit back, relax, and let's go ahead and explore this incredible journey from food that we eat to the gut that digests to our brain and to our mood. We're going to break it down into kitchen-friendly language. Hang on with me. I tend to be pretty nerdy and pretty sciencey and pretty nutrition-y, and sometimes I use big words, but please have patience on me. I'm going to try to really bring it down to some kitchen-friendly language today. So this is why gut health affects your mood. It's the simple science. Did you know that your gut makes 90% of your serotonin? Do you know what serotonin is? Serotonin is often called that calm, feel steady chemical. It influences your mood, your patience, your sleep, your appetite, and your motivation. And most people think serotonin lives in the brain. That's untrue. Almost all of it is actually made in the gut. So if your gut is unhappy, your mood often follows. Now, what helps serotonin? Fiber-rich vegetables. What hurts it? Low fiber meals and high sugar foods. See, your gut bacteria, yes, we're full of it. That's all the microbiome conversation. That actually means your gut bacteria, and we have millions of different kinds. Your gut bacteria eats, feeds, grows, and multiplies, and takes care of us by the food that we eat. So your good bacteria loves the fiber found in onions, garlic, spinach, broccoli, asparagus, lentils, tomatoes, berries, avocado, apples. When they get that fuel, the bacteria, produce compounds that travel up to your brain and support calmness, good sleep, and steady moods. But when your diet is mostly sugar or ultra-processed foods, the unhappy bacteria, unhappy, sad face, angry face, they flourish, leading to maybe we have cravings, we're irritable, we're tired, or maybe we even have low motivation. Now, how does the brain and the gut to the brain talk? Well, we have a nerve called the vagus nerve, and it is the gut to brain highway. So think of it as a two-way phone line. When your gut is nourished, it sends messages like, I feel safe, I feel calm, I'm okay. When your gut is inflamed or stressed, it sends, I'm overwhelmed, something's wrong, protect me. And then your brain responds in kind. All right, I'm going to give you a moment to digest that. And I'm just going to have a little commercial here. If you're listening to this and thinking, wow, this explains a lot about my cravings, mood swings, and even my tired mornings, you're not alone. And you don't have to figure out all this blood sugar information and overwhelm by yourself either. And if you want a simple way to start steadying your blood sugar and calming that gut-brain stress loop, I've got you covered. Download my free video guide. It's called 5 Hacks to Lower Blood Sugar Fast. And these are easy, science-backed strategies that you can use today, right now. Now, these are ones that I use strategically as well as a type 1 diabetic. I've learned over the years that I don't need to give myself more insulin. I don't have to worry about eating that extra piece or bite of dessert. If I know I'm going to be active, go for a walk. So go ahead, grab your copy. It's free. It's simple. It'll introduce you a little more to me. And if you're listening, you'll get to see my face and how quirky I can be. I want you to have, and I know you deserve, tools that actually help you. You will find it in the link, or if the link is in the intro to the description of this podcast. All right, let's make science practical. I just gave you a lot, and let's see what it looks like in real life, this gut to brain connection and diabetes, with some kitchen examples. And here are 5 simple food patterns that directly support gut health and mood. The first is fiber first. If you've listened to any of my other podcasts, if you are in my Prevent Diabetes group, and you will know that I am fiber first. Fiber, 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 fiber. You start your meal with a vegetable, even just a small handful. It changes everything. Digestion slows, blood sugar steadies, stress hormones stay calmer, cravings shrink, serotonin stays more stable. We are feeding that gut bacteria immediately. So before you eat potatoes, pasta, rice, bread, eat a few roasted veggies or a small side salad. Maybe as you prepare your dinner, you're having some celery or carrots. Your mood will thank you. Next up, protein and plants. equal emotional stability. So a breakfast of toast and coffee, that's calm, pastry, but it doesn't fuel your brain, doesn't feed your gut well. Try eggs with spinach, Greek yogurt with blueberries, cottage cheese, and tomatoes. Your gut gets the fiber, your brain gets the protein, you get steadier energy. Next up is color. Go ahead and go get out your paintbrush. No, 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 no. I'm saying look in your fridge, veggie bin, fruit bin. Each color plant feeds different beneficial bacteria or microbes, and it supports different emotional pathways. Green gives us magnesium, calmer mood. Purple gives us the polyphenols, which is anti-inflammatory. Orange, the carotenoids, that gives us resilience. Red, antioxidants, reduced inflammation. Make it a simple goal, 3 colors a day. All right, I mentioned these before. Garlic, onions, leeks, asparagus, it's just the beginning of the prebiotic powerhouses. Prebiotic, you say? You know about probiotics. Yes, probiotics are live, but prebiotics, think of it as gut fertilizer. Fertilizer helps the bacteria. Add them to stir fries, soups, omelet, roasted veggies, slow cooker meals. Small change, big difference. Not those fermented foods you hear all about. They help, but in small amounts. You don't need a jar of sauerkraut. Just 1 or 2 tablespoons of kimchi, kefir, miso, sauerkraut gives your gut a gentle, helpful nudge. All right, we've talked about all the nutrition benefits. You may be asking, how does this help my blood sugar? And why does it matter for women navigating diabetes or prediabetes? It matters because your gut influences your hormones, and hormones influence blood sugar. 2 hormones in particular are the ones that say, I'm hungry, and the ones that say, I'm full. When your gut is inflamed, cortisol rises. That's the stress hormone. Cravings spike. Your brain wants fast energy. Blood sugar becomes harder to control. When your gut is well fed and supported, appetite stays steady. Cravings quiet down. Your mood feels even more steady. Blood sugar stays smoother. See, your gut truly is your second brain. All right, what are you going to try this week? Here are 3 tiny habits I want you to start. 1. No, 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 no. Don't be the overachiever and try 3. Put it on your calendar, 1 this week, 1 next week, 1 the week later, but try 1 this week. All right, first, to choose from, add 1 fiber-first vegetable to breakfast or lunch. We usually have it for dinner, but you need it for breakfast and lunch too. That's 1 choice. Second choice, use onions or garlic in 1 dish every day. That's easier for some than for others. The third is eat 1 color before noon. Brighten up that breakfast with color, whether it's spinach, blueberries, strawberries, tomatoes. Brighten up your breakfast. Anything. Small steps, big difference. Friend, your gut plays a bigger role in your emotional and physical health than most people even realize. And the beautiful thing is you don't need supplements or perfection to support it. Just real food, simple habits, the willingness to start small, And remember, every healthy and balanced plate is a small step towards your future healthier self. And you only need one change at a time. Today's conversation encouraged you. You learned something. Please share it with a friend. Maybe they need a little bit of apron courage. And leave a quick review so more women can find their way here. And until next time, I am cheering you on.